Hey guys, Tara here from Recovering Book Hoarder, and it is that time of year where we do the WIP parade. So this is going to be my 2025 end of the year WIP parade. It's currently January 20, no, it is not January. It's currently December 26th, day after Christmas. Please ignore my voice. I did get sick over Christmas. I sound worse than I feel. Okay, realize I forgot to tape an intro. I know a lot of people find channels for the first time through a WIP parade. So if you are here for the first time, I just figured I'd do a quick introduction of myself and my channel. If you're returning, thank you for being here. Hopefully you enjoy all of the plethora of WIPs I'm about to show you. So my name is Tara, and that's Tara with a T. I know I have a Pittsburgh accent. I am from Pittsburgh. And a lot of people think I'm saying Sarah. It's not. It's Tara. Tara with a T from Pittsburgh. I am a 44-year-old mom, aunt, wife, and live in a suburb of Pittsburgh. My daughter is 16. She's right here.
Hi guys.
And I'm the agency director at a mental health agency. Been in the mental health field since 2005. So, oh my gracious, 25 years I've been doing mental health now. It's a long time. Is that 25? 20 years. Yeah. It's 20 years. Specialize in autism and reactive attachment disorder. But now I pretty much consult because I'm running the agency, behavior specialist by trade. So as far as my cross stitching, I cross stitch a very wide variety of things. Some of my favorite things to cross stitch are samplers. I really love all kinds of samplers, especially on non-traditional samplers. I like those a lot. I really love to do my own conversions. I stitch on Ada, I stitch on linen, I use all of the pretty flosses, DMC, cottage garden. What else? I really like creepy circuses and creepy carnivals and haunted kind of things. But at the same time, I also really love Christian related charts as well. So it's really a pretty wide variety. Enjoy this really long, ridiculous WIP parade. Okay, so here is what we are going to do. For the first time ever, I am ironing my pieces before I show them to you. I typically do not do that. Not necessarily the entire thing, but at least the part that's stitched. And I will show you guys where we're at. If it had been started previously, I'll show you the picture from the beginning of last year so you can see all the progress I made. I have touched everything in my stash this year, and I did stitch every single day this year. I think that's about it. And, oh, we're going to do this in sections because I don't know how else to keep all of these straight. I will put here how many total WIPs I have. I'm not sure yet because I have to get them all out. So after we're done, I will count and I will put the total over here so you guys know what we're looking at. All right, let's get started. Okay, first up, this is one that I had going at the beginning of the year. This is an old Dimension kit. It's called Lost No More. It was based on a painting from John Olson? Craig Olson. No, I can't remember. I'll put his name up here, the artist's name. I absolutely love his religious paintings, especially his ones of Jesus. I will put a picture up here of what this project will look like when completed. Like I said, this was an old Dimensions kit. I do not have the kit. I just have the pattern and I kitted up myself. All right. Here is my progress. So not a ton done, but definitely got some progress in. Got the castle in, some tree. Yeah, I really like this one. I'm not a full coverage person. However, this is the kind of full coverage I like, where it's not very confetti heavy. So I can handle that. Oh, I didn't say. So I'm doing this one on 18 count white Ada from Zweigart, and as charted with the DMC. 2 over, well, dimensions kit. So sometimes it's 3 over, sometimes it's 2 over 1, sometimes it's half crosses, sometimes it's full crosses. You just never know with the dimensions kit. Next up, this is when I had started previously. This is Bella Filipina, the Mad Tea Party. Will look like this when done. This is what I'm doing to memorialize a concert that Cassidy and I went to in Columbus, Melanie Martinez concert. Yeah. And I'm adjusting this to say Mad Hatter instead of Alice. And then down here it'll say All the Best People Are Crazy, because that's a song that Melanie has called Mad Hatter.
Go support Melanie Martinzini.
The gallery's here to give me back up. All right, so here is where we are at. And I am doing this one. I did do some changes because I am using some Krynic, but I didn't want to use quite as much as it called for. So I am doing a couple changes. Other than that, though, it is as charted. And I am doing this one on 14 count lupine from Picture This Plus. I will be using all the beads and everything as called for. I do have those. So yeah, I think that's about it for this one. Okay, next up, from Al Forest Embroidery, I will put a picture of what this is going to look like up here. I did order this from Russia, which is where Owl Forest Embroidery is housed. You know, pretty upset about that because, you know, tariffs, and so now I can't get stuff from there, and they have the most amazing floss. So I did get this as a kit. It came with the fabric and the floss pack from Owl Forest Embroidery. This one is like close to a finish. I think that this is 36 count 36 count linen, and it is being done 2 over 1, and that is where I'm at. I'm pretty sure this was a new start this year, in which case you wouldn't see a beginning picture. This one's just joyful to do. This one did not get a whole lot of progress. This one had been started previously. So this is called Wicked Fair Sampler, and this is from Atomic Tiki Pins. This is what it'll look like. This one reminds me of the Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, which is my favorite book of all time, which is why I'm doing it. Doing this on a piece of 18 count Ariel from Picture This Plus. And like I said, I did make a little bit of progress, but that's where we are this year. So hopefully this upcoming year I can make some more progress on this one. Excuse my shakiness, I'm a very shaky person. And this one is, I think I'm doing it 2 over 1 with all of the called for DMC. Okay, next up I will put a picture of what this one's going to look like here. This is Pride Street. And I can't remember I'll put who the designer is over here as well. I am doing this on a piece of very weird linen. So it's actually a 14 count linen, which is kind of bizarre. I got it from a shop off of Etsy. This is huge. Because it's 14 count, even though it's linen, I'm doing it over 1. So 2 over 1 on 14 count. Please ignore my hanging threads. This is where I am. I had started this one previously, so you should have seen the before picture. This one has a lot of block color, but it's not bad because each house is a pride flag. From Praiseworthy Stitches, This is Sleigh Ride. This one I am doing mostly as charted. Not using as much of the cray neck. I am doing some of it, but not as much. Trying to find my sticker. I want to say this is 18 count picture this plus. All right, I cannot find the sticker, but I'm pretty sure that this one is on 18 count picture this plus. This is where I am. The entire border's done, so this is as big as it will be. Some cray neck in the moon up here, and I love this little guy. I think he's so cute. Cray neck in the snow line. So yeah, this is a big one. And this one had been previously started, so you would have seen the progress on that one. All right, this is the first full-size stocking I've ever done. So this is Olga's Autumn Stocking from Plum Street Samplery. And I am doing this one as charted. It is being done on a 36 count antique white Edinburgh linen from Zweigart. And I'm doing it 1/2. I just think it's so pretty. Ronnie over at Grand Stitchery was doing this one, and I saw it and I was like, I absolutely have to do that. So that is Olga. All right, next up, this is one of my oldest projects. So this is from Happy Mood Point, and it is the Sampler Christmas.
Why is it so big?
It is big. I am not doing this one. I don't do monochrome, just so everybody knows. I'm not a monochrome stitcher, so you'll see this one become very colorful. I really like this one. This is before I understood how to measure my fabric. So my margins are very close, and I'm just praying that I have enough space to make it over. I just love this one. I just use colors that remind me of Christmas. And I kind of work on it a motif at a time. It's super fun, and I love it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it when I'm done, because framing's not going to be easy. But yeah, maybe I'll get this done this year. This is being done on a 14 count piece of Aida, just plain white Aida that I had gotten from the big box store. 2/1. So next up, from Cressida Gogo, this is Halloween in Sitta. I think I started this one this year. This one, I had a counting mistake, so I'm having to make some changes. They're going to be little pillows because, again, I didn't count correctly. So this one is being done on 32 count vintage country mocha, Belfast linen, and I am doing it 2/2. As called for, DMCs, and I love it, but, and let me tell you, the fabric's plenty big. I didn't measure, and so I started in the incorrect place. So I'm gonna have to make some adjustments to this one to get it to all fit. So it only goes over there. I just, I should have started it more over this way, but I really like it. Look how pretty it is. Okay. Right, next up from Autumn Lane Designs, this is Midnight Ride. And I am doing this one as charted. I think I had this one started already. Here is where I am. And I just love this witch's green skin. I love a witch with green skin, elfy. So that is where I am. I am doing this one on a 28 count haunted cashel linen. Yeah, and I did definitely start this one. Started this in October 2024 for Laura over at Stitching by the Shore for her pumpkin birthday salve that she does every year. Okay, this next one, I'll put a picture of what this is going to look like over here.
What?
You guys can see my kid right now. Okay, so this was a stitch along from the Stitch Crypt in 2023, I think. I have not gotten out of the frame. I had started this one already. I think it'll be fun once I get out of the frame, but the frame's taking forever. I am doing this on a piece of 18 count Mystic from Picture This Plus. And here we go. I do go back and forth all the time with whether or not I want to UFO this, which means not finish it. But every time I look at it, I'm like, no, I do like it. I've made some nice progress. I want to keep going. So we will continue. This is being done as charted, 2/1 with the called for DMCs. This is one of my oldest pieces. It is a large one. This is from the Stitching Spell, who is not designing anymore, unfortunately. They were one of my favorites, so I'm not happy about that. So this one I started in 2020, and this is called Knight and Castle. Not doing it in monochrome. Doing it in my favorite color combination, which is blue and purple. Just grabbed every blue and purple I could find in stash. Some of it's fancy, some of it's DMC. It's just a lot of random pull. So this sucker is going to be huge. This is where I am now. I have made quite a bit of progress on this over this year. I adore it. There we go. So this is being done on a 14 count Picture This Plus. I don't know the color. And I am doing it 2/1. Okay, this next one is a custom design that I had done from Taylor and Cromwell. You can find them on Etsy. They also have their own website and store. So you can send them what you would like. I think it's generally text, although it might be more than that. And they will, you do a lot of like back and forth with them to give them feedback, exactly what you want, and they create it for you. So this is my favorite lyrics. So this is a one-of-a-kind design. That's what it looks like. I'm not doing it exactly as the colors show here. Just using, again, my favorite color combination. Doing this on a piece of Picture This Plus Herald Ada. And here is where I am. This one's not the easiest to see. This was a very pretty cottage garden threads, but it did not show up as well as I wanted it to, but it's okay. It's all right. And that's where I'm at. All right, last one for this section. So this is from Silver Creek Samplers, Hand in Hand. And I'm not very far on this one. I had started it previously doing this on 32 count sugar cream pie from Be Stitch Me, and I am doing it 2/2 as called for, as charted. And this is where I am at. And this is gonna sound so weird, but I call this guy this is my Matthew Broderick, because to me he looks like an old Matthew Broderick for some reason. I don't know. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I love this linen so much. Okay, end of section 1. Let me iron my next pile and I will be right back. Okay, back for basket number 2. All right, first up, this is this is a memorial piece for myself for when I die one day. So this is called Be Well. It's from Forbidden Fiber Co. I am doing my own conversion. This is my favorite Grateful Dead song, What a Long Strange Trip It's Been, and I've always told my daughter that is what needs to go on my on my grave. I think we've since decided that I will be cremated, and this will be above my urn. So I am doing this on a scrap piece of Picture This Plus, and instead, not in the middle, it's gonna say Aunt T, I think is what I'm gonna chart it to say, but this is where I'm at. I am using, I want to make sure I have that the right way. So I'm just in the license plate part. I am using Roxy Floss. Yeah, it's all Roxy Floss Co. A Night Stalker Calling. And I believe, if I remember correctly, Leanne had charted this as a memorial piece for her dad. So yeah, I am doing, I want to say this looks like 18 count Picture This Plus, and I am doing 2/1. Next up is from Lindy Stitches. So this is the ring-tailed lemur. This was from her Endangered Species series that she did. I have, I think 4 of them. I finished the whales, the right northern right whale, I think is what it was. I finished that one this year. Okay, so this one is being done on a piece of 14 count printed Aida for the big box store, as charted, and I was a member that got the specialty floss also. So I think it's weeks, and all the rest is DMC. I don't think these printed ones have names. At least if they do, I don't know what they are, but that's accurate color right there. 2/1 from Plum Street Samplery. This is Blueskin. This was one of George Washington's war horses. I have the other one too. I can't remember what that one's called, but I haven't started that one yet. And this is on scrap Aida, as charted. I believe it's either 18 or 16 count, and I'm doing 2/1. And that is where I am. If I didn't say this was a new start this year, the lemur was a new start also this year. For anyone that might be new to me, I had 52 planned new starts for this year, which I did do, plus some additional, I believe. I don't know how many things I finished this year. I do have a finished parade, an FFO parade. It's not everything I finished this year, but it's stuff I finished at the end of the year, fully finished. I'm really bad at fully finishing things as the year goes on, but I'm pretty good about sitting down and doing it in December at some point. So that's a video. I'm not sure if it's posted before or after this one. It might be posted before this. If it's posted before this, then I will put a link up here. All right, next up from Our Horse Embroidery. This is called Black Vintage Sampler? Yeah, Black Vintage Sampler. This was a Laura Made Me Do It. Saw this over on her channel, fell in love with it. I am doing a sulky conversion to all my own flosses. This is on an 18 count jade Aida. And this is where I'm at. So this is how long it is. And this is actually that's how long and wide it is. I'll bring you in to show you the fun part. So I am currently in the ocean section, as you can see. And I love it. This is super fun to work on. So hopefully I'll make a bunch more progress on this year. This was one that I have had going. Sulky is a thicker floss. If you have not used it, you use 1 strand instead of 2. It's more like 1.5 of a DMC strand. I personally like the coverage. It's more like a rounded kind of floss. I don't know. I'm a fan of sulky. Okay, next up is from Soir Batiquier. Maybe it's Cœur Batiquier ABC. Soir. I think it's Soir Batiquier. And this is stitching in quilt. Will look like this when it's done. This was a new start this year. I'm doing this on an 18 count Hocus Pocus from Fox and Rabbit. And this is what I got done. I'm not a quilter. I love quilts. Love them. One of those things I at one point wanted to learn how to do. I though have since come to terms with the fact that other people are much better at that, and it's not a new hobby I need to pick up. Okay, another new start. This is another from the Stitching Spell, and I actually, hold on, I'll show you the companion piece to this. So I had done this one the year before. It took me a couple of years. I didn't finish the year before, but this is the sister piece to the one I'm going to show you. There's actually 3 of them in this series. Used, you know, a bunch of fun fancy flosses, some DMCs, variegated DMC, some silks, some metallics. Learned I hate the DMC metallics. So stopped at some point, but you'll see like those acorns, those are metallics. The skulls are metallics, and I adore this piece so much. So I was very excited to start the sister piece this year. And that one looks like this. And so I'm doing, again, similar colors, similar fabric, so that, you know, they can be next to each other. So I believe this was just a piece of silver, some kind of, I think it's an 18 count. Picture this plus. And so I got the Milo motif done. And this was lots of fun. And I'm excited to continue working on this one. I mean, obviously, like, I'm excited to work on all these. Whenever you do a WIP parade and you get to pull everything out, you get to go, oh, I missed that. I want to work on that. I want to work on that. It's so fun. I am going to have up a separate video with my plans. That'll be up after this. I'm in the process of working on those. So today is like a big planning day for me. I figured I would get these out, iron, get them organized after I tape, and then work on my planning, because I plan on doing Milestone Manor, which was invented by Jessie Marie, and where Jessie Marie does stuff. I'm sure you're watching her. If not, I will put the link down in the box. I will tag her down in the description. But okay. That was a tangent. It was an ADHD side tangent. All right, next up from Teresa Kogut. It is from this book, Let Love Reign. And Teresa, if you have not done a Teresa Kogut, her printing is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So the one that, this has 3 different charts in it. This is the one I am doing right now. This is the first one I've done from this book. I do plan on doing the sampler for sure, and maybe this is the sampler here. This is why I bought it, but that's not the first one I'm doing. Isn't it pretty? And then this is the other small that's in here, which looks like a good one I might do for my niece at some point. Okay, so this was a new start this year. I am doing this on 18 count Tornado from Fox and Rabbit, as charted 2, I think it's 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm doing 2/1. And I really enjoy these colors. I think they're very good colors. Reminds me of an outfit Cassidy had when she was little. And that's where we are. Good house. I love a good house. Next up, this is from Sampler September. This was this year's Evertote Sampler September. Evertote Roxy Floss Co. in Maximum Cross Stitch. Ellen. It is their collaboration that they do for Sampler September. This is Jane. I can't remember the full name, and I screwed up when I purchased this. I meant to purchase like the chart, all the Roxy floss, the fabric, all of that. I get it, and it has everything except for the chart. Somehow I managed to purchase not the chart. So I had to go on and buy the PDF from Ellen's website. And so I don't have it. I'll put the picture of what it's going to look like over here. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And when I saw the Floss Boss Hannah conversion, the Roxy Floss, I just fell in love. So I will put the name of the chart up here. And this is being done on 40 count speculous, and it is a big piece. I'm not going to open it up totally to show you. Being done 1/2, and this is how it goes here. This is where I am, and it is gorgeous. I said this is most of the time I do my own framing. I'm not that great, but framing is expensive. This one I'm going to be paying to get framed once it's done. So that one with the beautiful Roxy floss. I do love Roxy floss. Again, a victim of the tariffs. Not happy about that at all. Really wanted to get the floss pack for the blue the JetX designs, the bird ones. I really wanted to get the floss packs for those, and it was just with the tariffs, it was more than I could spend at the time. I'm hoping at some point I'll be able to get it, but for now, I hate tariffs. Okay, next up, this is from Finally a Farm Girl. This is called Fall on the Farm. This was a new start this year. And I just think this is super fun. This one has such cute little motifs in it. I am doing this on 18 count white clay from Fox and Rabbit, and I am doing it as charted. 2/1. Fox, sometimes on 18 count I'll do 1/1, but for Fox and Rabbit, I really prefer the coverage of 2 DMC. So yeah, that's, I have to say, my colors are actually looking quite accurate today whenever I hold them back. So, look at that little quilt in there. So pretty. Yeah, really like this. All right, another Al Forest embroidery. I will put a picture of what this one's going to look like over here. This was free, which I am still, I'm always shocked by the free charts that they have over on the Al Forest embroidery site. Just so good. And I love Alice in Wonderland. Bless you. And so this was a mystery style when it first came out. Obviously, if you get it now, you can download all the parts. I am doing a sulky conversion, and this was Imogene Next Stitch, who I just miss them so much and really, really wish that they would do videos again. But they are the one that brought this to my attention, and I fell in love with their conversion completely. Sulky, if I didn't say that. This is where we are. This is another big boy. And look, oh gosh, look how good that is. Look at Cheshire. Oh, look at my queen. I love the colors I've chosen. This one's been started for a while, so you will have seen the progress pic already. Made some nice progress on here. Yeah, this one's super fun. All right, new start for this year from Heartstring Samplery. This one actually has 2 different versions. I am doing the scary sampler version. I'm not sure what the other one's called, but it's a, it's not as dark. So this one has all kinds of super fun Easter eggs in it. So this is what the chart looks like. And there are lots of things represented in here. I personally bought it because of the Demogorgon flowers from Stranger Things. There is representation in here from Beetlejuice, Jurassic Park, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Star Wars Episode 4, Men in Black, Bleak House by Charles Dickens, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy from Doug Adams, Jane Eyre from Charlotte Bronte, Wuthering Heights from Emily Bronte, Island of Dr. Moreau, H.G. Wells, Great Expectations by Charles Dickens, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets from J.K. Rowling, from Stranger Things, Lost, The X-Files, Fringe, Doctor Who, and Star Trek. So fun. So I am doing this on 36 count white Edinburgh linen as charted, and I absolutely adore this. Here's where I am. I think that was a full page possibly that I finished. That's the correct coloring here, but I'm going to bring it in to show you some little details. So look at the alien pods. Here's my Demogorgon head flowers. Oh, I love it. So in the beginning of the quote, so good. Beth at Heartstring Samplery is so insanely talented. I have done a few charts from her. Okay, next up, another new start from this year. This chart I purchased off of a Stash Unhaul. Every now and then I'll see something on a Stash Unhaul site that just really calls my name, and this is one of those. So this is called Sampler 1830, and it is from Perman of Copenhagen. I've been wanting to start it for a long time, but it is huge. So I finally broke down and purchased the fabric that I needed for it this year. This is what it looks like. I am doing 5 colors of Forbidden Fiber Co. And I love it. So I actually have the border completely across and down fully on the one side, but I'm just going to show you. I mean, it's a pretty boring border. So, oops. This is the part that I have completed. And it's just so good. I adore Forbidden Fiber Co. Floss. Some of my favorite flosses are Forbidden Fiber Co., Roxy, Sulky, Gentle Arts. Yeah, I think those. Cottage Garden Threads. Love Cottage Garden Threads. I just love all the options of floss that we have as stitchers. I used to stitch back whenever I was like after college, early 2000s, and the choices of things like fabric and floss were very limited at that time. So to see how far we've come in the cross stitching world is just so fun. Okay, next up, this was my New Year, New Start for 2025. And this is another Alforce embroidery. This was his new release for last year, and it is called Black Roses. This is what it looks like. I am keeping the roses black. Everything else is not. So I am, again, Forbidden Fiber Co. conversion. This is where I am at. And this fabric is 20 count Nirvana Blue Lugana. Nirvana Blue Lugana. Nirvana Blue Lugana. Something about that my tongue is not loving. Yeah, 20 count. I am doing 1. Am I doing 1 over 2? I think I'm actually, even though it's 20 count, these are like bigger holes, and I'm pretty sure I'm doing 2 over 1 instead of, even with 20 count, I would typically do 1. Let's see. Let me find my information here. shirt I'm doing too. Okay, anyway, look how good this red is. Is that not a fabulous red for that queen? That is called Poinsettia from Forbidden Fiber Co. So good. Okay, last one for this box. This one, I think this was a new start. Yeah, definitely a new start. So this is called Charlotte Frobisher, and it is charted by Patricia Ryan and Alan D. Brogdon. It's from this book, Historic Samplers, which I was so lucky to find in a used bookstore for $7. This is what Charlotte Frobisher looks like. It's a reproduction sampler. Mine colors, of course, look nothing like this. I did a conversion, and I have those like color boxes where they are full of different color combinations, and so I like randomly chose, and this is what came up. So this is my color palette, and I am doing this on a 20 count mossy green by Zweigart, and it is, I'm doing it 1/1. It's very colorful. So so the letters there are done in a Dying for Sass. I was a member of her Patreon for a while, and it is a color called Citrus. I personally, though, call it Original Skittles, because to me, those are the colors of the original Skittles, I feel like, and I love that. So that is my Charlotte. Okay, end of box 2, box basket. Let me get box 3 ready. Okay, part 3. First up, from, who is this by? Chessie and Me? No, Little by Little Design Company. This is Little Bo Peep sampler. And I'm not 100% what all I'm doing from this one yet, because I don't know that I'm gonna have enough room. I did start in the middle. I'm doing it as charted on 32 count Icelandic blue linen. And I'm doing 2/2. What? You can look, you can see the lights from the Christmas tree through that linen. Okay. There we go. It's pretty see-through linen. I apologize for that. This was a new start this year. And this was actually a free chart that I got in a free bin at an LNS in Ohio. It is called, oh my gracious, I can hardly see. Cross My Heart is the name of the shop. And it is in, I think, Boardman, if I remember correctly. Okay, next up, from Plum Street Samplers, we have Toil and Trouble. Toil and Trouble looks like this. And this was a new start this year. I think I did this one for Sheldon and Stitches for his birthday. I think he was doing a Plum Street. May even have been this one, I can't remember. And so I did this new start for his birthday. This is on a piece of 16 count Ada from Volcano Stitching's Black Friday mystery box last Black Friday, not this Black Friday. And doing it as charted with the fancy floss, and it's such a fun, this fabric is so fun. I absolutely love it and thought it was perfect for this. So working on the outlines, and then we'll get into more. So yeah, Okay, Taylor and Cromwell. I'm not sure if they still do them or not, but they they would do boxes, and so this was their rent box. So it came with the chart and all the floss, and then I think a needle minder and another. I was trying to think what this one came with. I think it was a needle book also. This is called 525,600, and it's from the song 525,600 minutes from Rent. So as charted with all of the stuff it came with. I had started this one before, and this is where I am now. It's actually quite a bit of progress. I'm going to say this is 14 count Aida that it came with, just a white stiff Aida. All right, another Taylor and Cromwell. This was a, I was selling this with, from Rainy over at Rainy Day Reads. We had started this for Shaketober. It's when you dedicate a month to Shakespeare. I think it's Shaketober or Shaketember. I can't remember. But we got together and at a like halfway point for both of us in this cute little German village called Harmony, and sat outside and got these started. So this is called Shakespeare Quotes. And I am doing this on a piece of, I think this is 16 count black Aida. I think it's 16 count, and I'm doing it 2/1 as called for, DMCs. And I did make some nice progress on this year. I think if I remember correctly, it's 2023 that we started this. So it'd be really nice to finish this one. All right, up next is Lindy Stitches. This one is Bury Me With My Needle, and it looks like this. This one has some fun dinky dyes in it. The black is a dinky dye, and it's absolutely beautiful. I did have to, most of it's as charted. I had to convert a couple colors because of the fabric. I didn't realize it was going to be quite as bright as it was. I am doing this on 16 count Parfait from Picture This Plus. If you can see the shadows going on behind me, that's Cassidy playing Beat Saber on her new VR headset. All right, so here we go. Look how this is very bright. That is very bright. Oh my gosh, you can totally see. I don't remember this happening before. I'm gonna sit in front of the tree so that you can't see the lights through it. So this is where I am at. And it is being done 2/1. Okay, this is another one. I believe I had started this one before. This is from another beautiful Teresa Kogut book. This is called Remember Me. This is the only thing in this book, I believe. Yeah, it's just, oh, her stuff's so pretty. Anyway, this one I am doing as a gift for Cassidy. Because her favorite movie is Coco, and they have the song Remember Me in there. Can't find I think this was just a 16 count Picture This Plus, if I remember correctly, scrap piece that I had. And I'm doing it 2/1 as charted with all the specialty floss. All right, next up, this was a birthday gift from, I think this was from my husband, 2 years ago birthday gift. This is the Haunted Mansion mandala from Atomic Tiki Pen. And this is a big one, looks like that. I am doing this on 18 count malachite from Fiber on a Whim, and I have a very pathetic start on this. There we go. And that is the woman in the picture with the umbrella. Is that how it goes? I don't like this. Nope, it goes like this. So I would definitely like to make some progress on this puppy. As charted, what can be called for DMCs. All right, this next one, I think I have to put a picture up. I don't think I have the, do I have a picture in here? This is called Rainbow Diagonal. So there is my beginning. And we go from greens, and it's the whole, all of the like different spectrum from DMC. Next up is Quaternion Creations. This is of Dragons and Apples, and I think this was a new start this year. I'm doing my own conversion. This is being done on a 18 count volcano stitching fabric that was from one of their mystery boxes, and I am, let's see, I'm gonna show you, because I'm pretty sure I'm like right in here, this part, and there is where I am. I think I picked 5 different flosses, and I'm doing the apples in key lime from Gentle Arts instead of the red. Oh, and that one's being done 2 over 1. Okay, next up from Maximum Cross Stitch, this is Anne Boleyn. And Ellen has this one charted so you can do specialty stitches or just plain crosses. I am doing the specialty stitches. I am doing this on 32 count Lugana from Fiber on a Whim. Ivy is the color. I am doing it as charted with the exception of the metallics. I'm not doing the metallics. Oops. And here is where I'm at. This one has some really fun black work in it. Look at the back of that dress there. Absolutely beautiful. She has, I think there's 3 queens out. I know she was going to be charting Queen Charlotte from Bridgerton. I don't know if she's done that yet or not. I would like to do all of these though. I know there's Anne Boleyn, Catherine of Aragon, and Jane Seymour, maybe? The Henry VIII wives. All right, next up, this was a new start in my birthday month, in April. I had Alice, April, Sal. And I'll put the picture up here. I believe this is the Cheshire Cat. It's either the Cheshire Cat or the Mad Hatter. I'm pretty sure this one's the Cheshire Cat. This is from Mrs. Pagodi Arts. And I'm doing this on a 28 count Monaco. 2 over 2 as charted with the DMC. I really love Mrs. Pagodi Arts. This is full coverage and she's great. Like, it's not confetti at all. Very easy to follow. All right, next up, I will put a picture over here of what this looks like. This is from Carolyn Manning, and it is, I think this is the amethyst one. It was from her Shooting Star Designs. So this came as a pack of 5. I think it was a pack of 5. And I was thinking I was going to do this as an ornament, not realizing I had picked the biggest one, which is like a full coverage giant. So this one I had previously started. This is where I'm at now. This is actually a lot of fun to work on. I am doing this on a 25 count. I think it's a 25 count easy grid, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's lots of fun. She has so many in the series, and I would like to do more of them. They're just really enjoyable to work on. But like I said, I picked the biggest one, so. All right, next up, I will put a picture up here. This is Lola Crow's Haunted Library. Got this and started it whenever it was released. 2022, it was released. I am doing this on a 18 count earthen Ada. Okay, so this one I had started previously, like I said, 2022. I am not super far, but I did make some progress on it this year. And here is where I'm at. And last I worked on it, I was working on the ghost up here that reminds me of the Ghostbusters library ghost. Doing it as charted, 2/1, with the exception of the black in the staircase. I did that 1/1. And it was just because for some reason I was having a really hard time seeing the stitches. They were like pretty close together. And with the black, and I had to frog a bunch, and so I ended up just doing one strand of the black. Everything else though is 2/1. Okay, that's the end of that box. Moving on, we have 1, 2, 3, we have 4 more boxes to go. All right, be back in a minute. Okay, on to box 4. So this was a new start this year. This one is from the book of Cross Stitch, An Essential Guide from Doreen Jones. That's the book. And the chart I am doing is this one. Love, love, love those colors. So I am doing it as charted. This is on a piece of scrap 18 count Ada from Picture This Plus, 2/1, and that is my progress. Super pretty. All DMC. Oh, I lied. Not all DMC. I must have had to do a substitution. Looks like I had to substitute a couple things, probably for stuff I just didn't have in stash, so. All right, next up is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Whoops, that's not how that looks. Like this. I'm sure you've seen this. So many people are doing this. I am doing it as charted with the DMC conversion, but I think I'm gonna change up the middle witch. I'm doing this on 40 counts Country Mocha Newcastle linen. And I am on this very first one right here. I did make some progress this year. I feel like this one's going to take me forever. It's so fun, though. I want to live in Hawk Run Hollow, just like everybody else. Oh, I'm doing that one. It's like I said, 40 count. That one's being done 1/2. All right, Praiseworthy Stitches. This is Esmeralda's Academy of Charms. I think this was a new start this year. No, I take that back. I started this at the end of last year. December. This was actually, this is a year old. This was started on 12/26/24. This is on a 16 count fiber on a whim cobalt. And I am doing it 2/1 as charted minus a lot of the cry neck. All right, from the Artsy Housewife. I just fell in love with this one whenever it was released at market last year. This was a new start this past year. Started this one in January. See, some stuff, I always have the best intentions of keeping track of things. Some stuff I have more details on than others. So this is October Blooms. And I am doing this one as charted with the called for fancy flosses. It's a mix of fancy floss and DMC. This is being done on 18 count Kathy's Stormy Skies from Fox and Rabbit. And this is
Pretty.
where I am.
It's pretty.
Right?
Yeah.
So pretty. All right, next up from Twin Peak Primitives is the Beautiful sampler. Looks like this. And I am doing this on 18 count Herald from Picture This Plus. And as charted, I think it's all DMC. This one I did make some progress on this year. So that border's totally done. And then I worked on this motif this year. Very pretty. I'm a big fan of bees, so I like to do things with bees in them. Save the bees. The bees, we need bees.
I am hover around you all the day.
You what?
Because I hover around you
That's
all
true.
day.
Okay, from Plum Street Samplers. This is Still Waters. I really like this one a lot. This is being done on 32 count Heritage Lugana from Picture This Plus, and I am doing it 2 over 2. With the, as called for. Oh yeah, this one's MPIs. As called for MPIs. And that is, oh, piece of hair. One has a hangy thread. So that's where I am. Border's done. And I started doing work up here. So pretty. All right, next up, this is the Shepherd Sampler from Fox and Rabbit. And this was their celebration of their 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now, I think I used all this Fox and Rabbit fabric that I would do this one on Fox and Rabbit. My first ever Fox and Rabbit design. No, I did not. This is on 20 count Sapphire from Fiber on Whim, and did my own conversion to stash, and it is being done 1 over 1. Yeah, 1 over 1 on 20 count. That is not the way it goes. This is the way it goes. Sorry about that. No, the bird's upright. I like my conversion for this one. All right, this one has very boring progress because this is my first ever long dog, and I'm in the border, and I have realized I'm gonna have to not just do the border. It's boring. So this is Act of God, and I am doing this one in purples and pinks on 18 count Valor from Picture This Plus, and I have each DMC is assigned a number, and I roll my 20 D20, and that's the color I do for that section. So that's what I have done. So this year we're going to, I think, start working up here and do the border as we go. Because I feel like this border is going to take forever, and I've been so excited to work on a long dog. Just what we're going to do. All right, from Boomerang Stitches, this is the Schitt's Creek sampler. So fun. And I need to make some more progress on this one.
Does it say Moira?
Huh?
It's Schitt's Creek, so does it say Moira anywhere on it?
No, but it says, ooh, David. Oh, it does, yeah, the Moira's Rose Garden. The Moira's Rose Garden. Best wishes, warmest regards. Just fold in the cheese! Anyway, this is such a good chart. Huge fan of Schitt's Creek. This is being,
More than her.
yeah, Cassidy is further along than I am. This is being done on 25 count easy grid light gray Lugana, and this is my sad pathetic start. Yeah, from David's sweater. Doing this as called for with the DMC's 1 over 1. All right, from Leela's Studio. I have seen this in a bunch of WIP parades. This is the Autumn is As Grateful. And this was my first day of autumn start in 2024. This is being done on 40 counts platinum Newcastle linen, as charted with the DMCs. And I did make some progress on this one this year. I need to make more progress, but look, this is so fun. There's the cutest little motifs. I mean, look at this little wolf, cat. There's like small amounts of back stitching, not a ton. There, that's the correct colors. It's gorgeous. I really love these charts by Leela Studio. It's the only season one I have going right now, but I have all the rest. All right, this, I will put a picture up here. This is from Vivsters. And this is for Cassidy, my little wannabe Brit, my little wannabe British citizen.
I do.
And
legally, I may not be a British citizen, but I identify as one in my
so
heart.
this is the British Jack. Is that what it's called?
I think.
Union Jack. This is the Union Jack. And I did do all of the blocks so that I can just work wherever I want to, and not highly recommend doing it that way. Called Floor DMC, there's only 3 colors. Each block is a different Quaker, and it's so fun. I did make progress on this one this year. Yeah, love it. She has flags for everything. This was like a big stitch along. I think not last year, I think the year before that. Oh, I didn't say. I'm doing this on 18 count vellum from Picture This Plus. And there's flags for everything. She has every flag, every country. She's got really cool pride flags. She might even have some states. I don't know. A ton. Oh, that's the end of that. That's the end of that basket. Okay, we have 3 more baskets left. Be back in a clock tick. Okay, we are on our 3rd to last basket. We're getting there, guys. We are getting there. First up from Sprouting Lupine is Graveyard Guardian. This was a new start this year. And I usually get a lot more done on my new starts than I did on this one. I can't remember exactly what happened, but something happened where I had to stop working on it. This is on a scrap piece of 18 count Picture This Plus, and I am doing it as charted. And that's where I am. That's my little start. Just branches of the trees. Yeah, I definitely showed you guys the picture. Okay. Doing that as charted 2/1. All right, Lola Crow. I do so bad on the Lola Crow stitch-alongs. I'm not going to do that anymore. I get very behind. So I'm going to show you a picture of what this one's going to look like. This was the Greenhouse of Oddities. Still working on the frame. This is on 18 count Sterling Ada from Picture This Plus. And I did make some progress on it this year, but still not very much. This is being done 2/1. Yeah, 2/1 on the 18 count, as charted. I'm starting to forget what I said, guys. All right, next up, this is from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and this is actually a in honor of my Baba, who passed away. Oh, let me think. Livy's gonna be 6. Yeah, so it's been, geez, she's passed 6 years since she passed away now. So this is what it is. And so my grandmother, which is Baba, she had done a plastic canvas cross stitch that looked exactly like this. It was all, these were all like different pieces that got sewed on though. And she had it in her house forever. I have no idea what happened to it, but when I saw that, I was like, I have to do this for Bella. So this is my start here, and I am doing this on 18 count Fox and Rabbit Duxbury. I like it because it kind of looks like it's on wood. So yeah, that was a new start this year. All right, next up, I literally bought this chart once I saw this fabric. I saw this fabric, I think they showed it over on Grand Stitchery, and I saw that and I thought, I gotta get that Satsuma House pattern. So this is Monster House. And I did not use that color fabric. So this fabric is radioactive, and it is totally radioactive. Ugh. Back's getting hurty. Okay, radioactive 32 count from Bestitch Me. It is such a good green, guys. Look at that. Such a good green. So yeah, this was a new start this year. So fun. Okay, next up, this was a birthday gift from Cassidy last year. 2 years ago. And this one is called Scottish Sampler. I'll put a picture of what it's going to look like up here. This is on a 20 count Courageous Cassie from those missing stitches. 1/1, and that looks like doing it as charted. Very pretty. All right, this next one's another gift from Cass. I think she got this for me for Christmas 2 or 3 years ago. This is from Creatively Crafting. I'll put a picture of it up here. And this is a full coverage. And this is Cheshire Cat. I think I started it in April last year for my Alice Stitch Along, birthday Alice Stitch Along in April. And I think this is the top left corner. Doing it on 25 count, easy grid. 1/1. Okay, this next one, new start this year. This is gonna be a gift for Brian, my hubby. I will put a picture of what this is gonna look like over here. This is called Epic Mario. This has so many colors, guys. This is from Through the Ages, and it is on a 16 count Calypso from Picture This Plus, and I am doing it as charted, and there is so much floss in this one. So many colors. Is that not, that's such a good blue. I love bright colors, if you can't tell. When I saw this blue, I was like, that is perfect for the Mario. I've had the chart for quite a while. I knew I needed a really big piece of fabric, and I wanted like the perfect color fabric. So when I saw this one, I was like, okay, that's getting started this year. All right, next up, this is my birthday start from last year. This is Lena Ova. I will put a picture of what this one's gonna look like over here. This is on a piece of Mystic Fabrics, Big Sky, 16 count. And I got these beautiful silks from M&M's, and I knew I wanted to use them for something special. So this is what I decided to use them for. I am not doing this completely as the pattern. I am eliminating the outside border. And so this is what I have done so far. I absolutely adore this. I have another Lena Ova too that's, I think this one's the Mad Hatter. I have another one that's Alice and the Caterpillar. This is the one I chose to start last year. Next up, this is one of my biggest projects. So this is from Abby Sue Designs. This was the Fab 50 stitch along for Disney's 50th birthday celebration, Disney World. This is no longer available. It was modeled after the 50 statues in the park, golden statues. And this is huge, 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 huge. So I am doing this on a piece of Picture This Plus. I don't know what it's called. It is 16 count. I personally call it Solly Slushy because to me it looks just like a Solly Slushy from Star, what's that one called? From the one cafe at Disney World. This is what I have done. It is absolutely massive. This is one of those that makes you realize backstitching is stinking magical. So let me just show you up close on Pluto here. So like, let me see. You can see Goofy. Here was a Goofy, and he is not backstitched yet. He started not backstitched, but you know, very little detail. Here's Pluto with the backstitch, and it's magic. Backstitch is magic, truly. So good. So this one's being done 2/1. I took this one with me last year. Not this past year, the year before that. I took it. It was like I worked on it while I was at Disney. I feel like this one's going to take me forever because it is gigantic. All right, last one from this basket. This is Monster Movie Night from Lola Crow. And this was in the, I think the Black Needle Society's Trick or Treat box. 2023, I believe. I think you can get it, assuming you can get it now. It's been a couple years. That is what it looks like. And I am doing this on 16 count Spooktacular from Be Stitch Me, and this came in the box also, the fabric did. And I am doing a conversion. Yeah, I'm doing some, I wanted to make it, I wanted to use stash. So I did, some of it's converted, some of it's as charted. 1/2. And this is, and that Lola Crow stuff is so very, very color change heavy. But so pretty, very distinct. Her stuff is so distinct. You look at it and you go, that's a Lola Crow. Kind of like Flossy Fox Shop. Flossy Fox Shop. Her stuff too. You look at it and you go, that's definitely Flossy Fox Shop. All right. 2 left. All right, I'll be back in a little. Okay, so I sucked it up and I just went ahead and finished ironing both of the baskets. So this is our last segment, okay? This is 2 baskets rolled into one. All right. I have to say, this is the first time I've ever ironed all of my projects to show you guys, so yeah. All right, first up, I have Blue Moon Garden from Carriage House Samplings. This was a new start this year. This was from the X Stitch the Rainbow Threadworks pack. Night Garden palette. So this one is done on 20 count linen. I was just working on this one a couple days ago, so it's still in it's Q-Snap. Did I say this was, yeah, new start this year. And I had to do this one because I have this tattoo pretty much. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, I need to stitch that. Okay, so as charted with the Threadworks floss. Why do you look so pathetic?
Because I'm really tempted to just like come down next to you and hug you.
Oh, come hug me.
Cause
you can hug me.
Cause I like hugs.
I know you do. Is this Cassidy?
I don't feel good.
She's been sick.
Yeah.
We've all been sick for Christmas.
Yeah. But at least my mom got me Dunkin' Donuts today.
I did. Totally got Dunkin' Donuts today to make up for the fact that they were closed yesterday.
Even though according to Google it said they were open.
Yeah. Okay, next up, this was a new start. So this is from the Adventure collection that was put out by Starlight Stitchery. This was a box. And I'm doing Tales of the Swamp Dragon from Flossy Fox Shop. I'm doing my own conversion. And this is on a piece of Millennial Fabric. Millennial Fabrics is my favorite online needlework shop, and they, in addition to selling lots of other fabric, they do dye their own fabric, and it is gorgeous. So this is...
Not as gorgeous as you.
This is a 20 count, not 20 count, 40 count. Let's see, what is this? Peach Cobbler. It is a 36 count. And I am doing 2/2.
I've got that charisma right now.
2/2. And again, you can see the lights through there. There we go.
You're gonna have so much to edit out.
I know. Isn't that pretty? So cute.
Honestly, that's what you get when you decide to film all day while your kid's homesick. She just wants to be my comfort person 24/7.
All right, another new start for this year. This is the Scarecrow Spool set from Quaint Rose Needle Arts. So it came with all 4 of these. I am doing this very adorable scarecrow right there. As charted, with the exception, I did pick my own variegated floss for the jumper, or coveralls, whatever you want to call it. And that is Blue Wren from Cottage Garden Threads. This is being done on 16 count Artiste Ivory from the big box store. And this is, what was that noise?
My straw.
Oh, this is what it looks like. I think he's adorable. And this is the Blue Wren that I'm using for his cutie overalls there. 2/1. All right, next up, I will put a picture of what this is going to look like over here. This is a very old, I started this, I don't know, probably 5 years ago. I believe, I've been told that this was a old, I want to say it was Dimensions, and I think maybe it was Shannon Christine, but I could be totally wrong on that. So, this one is called, I think it's just called Coffee Sampler. Coffee Break is what it's called. And I am doing this on Picture This Plus of some kind. I don't seem to have the sticker, so I just know it's Picture This Plus. It's probably 16 count, because at the time that was kind of my go-to. This is another one where the back stitching just brings it to life. So here it is. And look, I mean, look at that back stitch. It's so pretty. I really love this. So this one's really old. It would be nice to, you know, get this one done. All right, from Primitive Hair. I love Primitive Hairstyle. This is the Dunvegan Fairy Flag, and I am doing it on the fabric that she dyed for this, which McLeod Fairy Flag is the name of the fabric, and it is a 30 count linen. Doing this one as charted, and there it is. Very pretty.
Mother, did you already show your subscribers the pillows you made me? Because you should show them.
I did already show them, actually.
Oh, okay. I thought I had yesterday.
I still have to show other finishes, but before I wrapped stuff, I taped it almost. That's why I have my light there.
Ew. That makes sense.
All right, from Stacy Nash. This was her gingerbread sewing house book from the Jingle Ball last year. It was one of the classes and I got the whole kit. I didn't get to do the class. I made the mistake of signing up for like every class possible last year and was unable to do them all. And you only have access to them for 30 days, which stinks. So like I paid for this one, but I don't get to actually see it. But I have everything. There are good instructions in here, so hopefully I'll be able to finish it by myself. So this is Gingerbread Sewing House Sewing Book. That's the front, and that is the back. I am currently working on the front, and this is, I want to say it's 36 count is the kit that I got. Yeah, doing it 1/2. All right, from Blackbird Design, this is Yellow Submarine. This is the 5th one that was in the Magical Mystery Tour series. This will be the 3rd one. I have fully finished Octopus Garden and Eleanor Rigby. So this is my 3rd one. I don't think I got Strawberry Fields Forever or one other one. So I think this might be the last one I'm doing in this series. I turn them into pillows. I did, it's a scrap piece of linen. Oh.
What's that?
This is a needle holder.
Oh.
That I got from, I can't remember. Oh, I wondered where these were actually.
What?
These are my Tapestry Petite, and I had no idea where I had put them. Apparently they went to Myrtle Beach with me, because I took this to Myrtle Beach with me and worked on it while I was on vacation. So anyway, okay, as charted on a piece of, I want to say it's 28 count linen scrap. It's so pretty. I really like the colors of this one.
I like it too.
All right.
Isn't purple your favorite color? Because I know it used to be at one point.
My favorite? It is, yeah.
Remember when you wanted to dye your hair purple with Fox dye at home?
I do. Okay, from the Cottage Garden Samplings Fabulous House series, I have all but 1 or 2 of these. This will be the 2nd one I'm doing. I finished the Hobbit hole earlier this year. So currently working on the tree house. And I am doing this one on 18 count Mermaid Shimmer as charted with the DMC and the called for, I think it's weeks. These are nice. They only use like 1 or 2 fancy flosses and all the rest are DMC. Classic Colorworks Hickory Sticks is the specialty floss used on this one. And this one's super fun. I love all these houses. They're so unique and original and I want to live in them all. Okay.
So close to being done.
So close. From Plum Street Samplers, this is Tired Trio, and I have my 2 absolute favorite animals are sloths and octopus. Also have very special place for axolotls and whales. But in any case, I always say the sloth is my spirit animal. So anytime I can find sloths, I want them. So doing this on 36 count tea rose from Atomic Ranch, and I am doing it 2/2 as charted. How cute is he? I think this will probably be a pillow.
Is that a sloth?
Yeah, didn't you hear me just say that?
No.
Do I have it upside down? I do this every time. This is totally upside down. Okay, and that's, I started at the wrong side of the fabric and everything because I was looking at the pattern wrong. This is the correct way.
I was gonna say, it kind of looked like a dog before.
No, he's so cute.
Only because it was flipped over and it was on 4 legs.
Love the stuff. Whew, you guys should see this pile. It is insane.
You should show it at the end.
Yeah, maybe I'll take a picture at the end.
Insert photo here.
From By the Bay Needle Art in my father's house. This is one of my favorite Bible scriptures. And this is being done on .32 count sandstone tea-dyed linen. And I'm making very nice progress on this one. There is some specialty stitches in here for the roof. I think it's road stitch is what it's called. And doing it as charted. This is good. I've made some really nice progress on this one. I love that house. Yeah, great trees. Love it all. Okay, I will put a picture of this one over here, of what this one will look like whenever it's complete. All right, this is Sunflower, I think it's called Sunflower Fields or Sunflower Farm. I can't remember exactly which. It's on 18 count jade from Picture This Plus. And here is where I am. This one had already been started. So this is the progress for this year. And I love this little girl. I think it reminds me of like the little Mary Englebright characters. Very pretty. As charted, DMC. Yeah, I'll DMC. 2 strands over 1. All right, from Cobweb and Rose. This, I think, came in a Stitchy box, Halloween box, I believe. So this one's called Happy Halloween. It's like that. Doing this one as charted on a 14 count Witchelt in the color Pewter. And that's where I am. This one has a lot of big colors. I like it, it's fun. All right, next up, this is from the book Cross Stitch Antique Style Samplers from Jan Greenoff. This book right here. And this is the Map of England sampler.
England?
Doing for Cassidy. So this is what it looks like. I am doing my own conversion.
I'm stuffy.
That's the map. This is being done on, this was a new start for this year. 32 count taupe Lugana, even weave. And it is, yeah, there's my conversion on here. This is being done 2 over 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2 over 2, and then the back stitch is with 1 strand. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
This is really nice linen too. I like the colors I picked. All right. Oh gosh, we're getting so close. So close. All right, this is from Leela's Studio. This is the Lord's Prayer. And I am doing this on 18 count confetti from Picture This Plus using the called for 103s. They were out of some of them. So for those, I substituted some stitchy silk. And this is my progress. So I've made some nice progress on this one this year. Added in the words. I know that's new. And then I think several of these motifs down here I added in too. And I gotta say, this is like my favorite red ever. It's a 103. It is, I'll tell you what number it is. It is number 779, and it is just the best red ever. Look at that. So good. It is like the red I picture in my head when I think of red. Doing this, I believe I'm actually doing this one too. 2 strands with the 103s, which does absolutely use them up much faster than I would like. All right, another Carriage House samplings. Or no, not Carriage House sampling, Cottage Garden samplings. And this is Christmas Delivery. Doing this on a scrap piece of 40 count, actually, okay, so this is 40 count pushers cerulean from Lap and Loops. Doing it 1/2 with the called for, all the called for DMC. Yeah, this one actually did not use any specialty. So this one's all DMC. So there's my Santa. All right, next up this was from the Stitchy Box Samplers sampler box from 2023. Deborah Calkin, 1806, Ackworth School. That's what it looks like. I am doing this in all oranges and yellows on 16 count dusk from Picture This Plus. And this is actually my like relationship sampler for me and my hubby. So I've done some personalization in here too with years and stuff like that. So this is where I am. I had previously started this one, and this one's just so much fun. I love it. Now it's turning out. The personalized dates are going in that purple color there.
It's raining.
I hear that. It is raining. It's kind of gross in Pittsburgh today. All right, new start from this year. This one is Summertime from Abby Rose Designs. Looks like this. I did my own conversion, and it is on 14 count silver from Artiste. I did not do my own conversion. It's like, as charted, I had to sub a couple of colors that I did not have. So here is my progress. This one was actually really, really enjoyable to stitch on. I ended up liking it like way better than I thought I would. I don't have many summer pieces, as you guys can probably see. And so I wanted something that was summery, and yeah, it's quite enjoyable to work on. All right, this one, so I went to Myrtle Beach this summer and got to go to Barefoot Needle Art for the first time, which was so exciting. So I did purchase 2 charts, and I got some fabric. It's the most I've ever spent on fabric. It's amazing. You'll see here in a second. So I got this chart. It's from Swatted Day Atelier. No, I'm not saying that correctly. Tana's Rondallas. Okay. I am killing that one. All right. So it's this book here.
Put it into Google Translate and then hit the audio button
and
say it.
It is gigantic. So it is actually these 3 samplers here, but I'm combining them all into one piece. And I am doing this in, let's see, the beautiful fabric is a Barefoot Needle Art fabric, and it is called, the dyer is Rogue. The color name is Fox, and it is 36 count linen. It was $120, but it's gigantic. It's an entire yard.
That sounds a bit expensive.
It's beautiful. Now I'm doing it 2/1 with, it's all like blues and purples. Big surprise. Blues, purples, some greenish colors. It's very unwieldy. I think I'm going to have to get a floor stand in order to really work on it enjoyably. This is where I'm at. This is not the most gorgeous. Oh gosh. There's like little orange spots on here. It smells
little orange spots.
Amazing. It smells like, I don't know. It's so good. That's my progress. And I really think I'll enjoy working on it if I have a floor stand. So that will be a future investment. So that is my Memories of Myrtle Beach project, we'll call it. Well, it is like really raining outside.
Yeah, that's why I said it's raining.
All right, next up, this is the Titanic sampler from Siren Stitchworks. I really enjoy this designer a lot. I have several other charts of theirs to start. And I am doing this in 2 different colors. All of the words are being done in Santorini from Forbidden Fiber Co. And then everything else is being done in brick from Forbidden Fiber Co. And I am doing this on an 18 count Whisper from Millennial Fabrics. And this is where I am at. And you wouldn't guess it, but this was very fiddly. This in here was super fiddly, which I didn't expect, but this is so much fun to work on. Love the color choices. So this sampler features motifs based on decorations that grace the Titanic and her sister ship, the Olympic. That was a new start this year. Okay, another new start. So this was from the Hands Across the Sea red box, the most recent one that they put out. And this is Henriette de Soldet, 1937, Luck Smiles at Courage. And I just fell in love with this one when I saw it. This one is also being done on a piece of Millennial fabric, and I can't remember what it's called. But it is a 16 count, I believe, as charted. Love that. Love the medieval motifs on this one. All right, this is another one I picked up from a de-stash site on Facebook. This is called Thriller, and it's by Sampler Cove. And I am doing my own color conversion. This is being done on a piece of Mystery Mystic fabric, 16 count Ada. And here's where I got it. What fun. It's DMC's. And I took the color palette from the Witchy Stitchers, one of the fair pieces that I really liked the color palette. Which one is it? It's called the Wicked Carousel, I think that one is that I did. I have a bunch of them I want to do from her that are in that same like haunted carnival line. Whew, getting down to the end, guys.
Yay!
All right, next from Teresa Kogut. This is from the Hollow Halloween book, and it is the sampler that's on the front there. I am doing this, is my own conversion. And it is on a piece of linen that I don't have the sticker for anymore. I'm guessing it's 30, I don't know if it's 36, it might be 40 count actually. It might be 40 count. I'm doing 1/2. And that is where I have gotten so far. That is how far over it goes. One I wish I had kind of measured better, but it is what it is. I'm kind of picking out the floss as I go. All right, this one I lovingly refer to as my Pittsburgh sampler. So this one is the Bristol sampler from Wall de Champ of WDC Designs. It is from issue 72, May-June 2012, from The Gift of Stitching. I have all of these digitally, worth every penny. I mean, come on, look at this. This is gorgeous. So I am doing this on 20 count Vintage Country Vintage Country Mocha by Zweigert. Started this one in January of this year. Doing all reds with the exception of this 3768 from DMC. Because what I am doing is I'm spelling out Pittsburgh with the gray, with a letter coming from each of the fonts. So like the P will be from this font and it'll be gray, and then it's a bunch of just different hues of red. And is that how far over it goes? Yeah, that M is as far over as it goes. So I like this one a lot. I just love like multiple font kind of samplers. I love Bristol samplers. So pretty. Okay. This one is from Quaternion Creation. No, not Quaternion Creations. Una Buena Piezza. And this is Ocean View. Love the ocean so much. Doing this one on 18 count Ila Morada from Fox and Rabbit. And as charted, 2 strands over 1 square. And that is where I'm at. Well, this one is not capturing the color very well at all. Let's see. Is that? That's more of the color there. It's like an ocean greeny, misty seafoam green, kind of like that. Yeah, so that's the color, and then that's the progress I have. All DMCs. One. Oh, I think it's the last 2. Thank God. This is a very long WIP parade. I apologize. All right, this next one is a gift for my friend Ruth, who loves Anne of Green Gables. I also love Anne of Green Gables. And this one is from Mrs. Pagodi Arts, and it is called Anne of Green Gables. And it is Anne Shirley. Oops. That is what it looks like. This is full coverage. Again, the kind of full coverage I actually enjoy. Doing it as charted on a piece of 28 count Monaco, 2 over 2. And that is the size there. And I have a full, I think it's a full 3 pages I have done at this point. So nice progress. I was very excited to actually get Anne's face in there. And yeah. Last one. Okay. This is In Praise of Pollinators from the Blue Flower, and I adore Janine McGowan. Adore her. Her animals are the best. Her color choices are so good. And that's what this one looks like. And this is where I am. I made nice progress on this one this year. It is a 40 count, I believe. Yeah, 40 count Stormy Night Newcastle linen. And I adore it. Pollinators are so important. And I mean, these, oh God, the detail on these. Like, look at that that bird there. I love him. These are ladybugs in here. There's one flying and there's one just hanging out. Look at this little guy here. I mean, they're just, oh, the detail's so good. The hummingbird moth. Janine's amazing. Very thoughtful use of fancy floss. I think there's only 2 in here. And everything else, I mean, it's being done as charted. 1/2, and it's beautiful. And that is the end of my WIP parade. That was a lot. Oh my gracious. Okay. So that's the end of the WIP parade. If you are still here, thank you so much. I'm going to do an intro recording because I realized I did not introduce myself. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then hopefully this will be up here within the next day or 2.
You guys have great attention spans. I really don't.
All right. Okay, guys. I will talk with you later. Bye.
Have a good day, guys.